Hey guys, what's up? It's Kyle Watts. I'm at my apartment, and one of my friends, my roommate's friend, has a really beautiful bike, and I just had to get a camera of it. Yo, what's up? It's Kyle Watts. What's going on? And I just had to get a video of it. You know, me, I have some other videos. One of some Ducatis that I'm gonna put up, which is actually my roommate's bike, and her ex-boyfriend's bike, and one of my goals is to start riding bikes one day. Ever since I was a teenager, I was like, you know what? I want to learn how to ride bikes. But then as I got older and started working, I bought myself a Mustang, and I've always been a car, guy, kind of borderline gearhead, not actually, a wrench monkey or anything, but just a guy who appreciates cars and how they're worked on or whatnot. And I had a goal. One is to actually build a car one day, an old school, or maybe something that's kind of like a new old school, kind of like something from the 90s or early 2000s, and which, anything 2000 or right before 2000 is kind of gonna be like an old school here soon. But anyway, this is a Honda. There we go. A Honda CBR Fireblade, I guess, is that what that says? And just this black on gray freaking design work is pretty awesome. And I just want to get a video of it. Anyway, like I said, it's my goal to ride motorcycles one day. And I just wanted to shoot a cool video of this awesome bike. It's really vicious looking. And just wanted to shoot a video. Whenever I see something cool, I like to share it with you guys. It's got cool labelings. I don't know what this is, probably Vortex Yoshimura, some kind of look at that chrome, man. It's all bright and everything. Well, anyway, I'm just a guy who likes bikes. Even though I don't ride yet, I will ride in the future. And my thing is, this life is only once. You only live this life once. So my thing is, my goal is to just accomplish all my goals. And one of my goals is to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I didn't give up on the idea, I just got distracted because I got so much in the cars or whatnot. And then also, money-wise, after I started going to college, I was starting to work less, didn't have as much money available to me, so the idea of having a bike just wasn't in my head for years upon years and years. And then getting out of college and having to restart and look for income and work my way up the ladder, still the income I'm working on building and getting better. So having a nice bike like that, it takes a little time to acquire money. Of course I can get a starter bike, a used bike like my friend says, which is something I'll probably do anyways, but still that's going to be a $3,000 to $5,000 for a starter bike versus a $20,000 for a brand new bike, especially a nice one. And I believe I like it. I love riding bicycles, so I can only imagine I'll love riding a motorcycle, which probably doesn't correlate, but I feel that it does because the wind's blowing past you, you're going fast, even though I know a bicycle doesn't go fast. I actually own a road bike and I can get up to 30 miles an hour on it. So I know if I'm having fun going 30 miles an hour on a road bike, I know I'll have fun on a motorcycle. Besides, I've been on motorcycles before, and there goes my alarm clock going off. But anyway, yeah, I've been on motorcycles before as a kid with friends in the family or whatnot. So I know that I'll like being on bikes, and whenever bikes roll by, I'm always checking them out. So I know that I'll like it and that it won't be a waste of money. So all you guys out there, if there's something you want to do, something you want to achieve, go do it. I had my friend's brother in high school lost his life riding a motorcycle. He was driving down the street. He was in high school like the rest of us, and he had a motorcycle, or maybe he was just out of high school, one of the two. But anyway, his brother was a junior, I was a freshman or something like that. The motorcycle was going down the street. A guy backed up, the guy backed up. Actually, and what's so crazy about it is, I actually walked by the wreckage scene going home from school, but didn't have any idea that that was my friend's brother that had got hit. And I didn't realize that the person had died because it was ambulance everywhere. It was so long ago, I don't remember if the bike was still under the truck, if the guy was still laying on the ground, or if they had already taken him away. But I had walked by the same exact area where I go to school where it happened, and ever since then, I guess it planted a negative idea in my head that they're dangerous, because here my friend's brother, when I was in high school, driving his bike along, some random truck, pickup truck, the bed of the truck backed out. Well, the guy backed out and the bed of the truck hit the guy on the bike, and the guy ended up beneath the truck or somehow hit off his bike or whatever. And every so often you hear somebody dying on a bike, you know. But you know, in all fairness, people die in their cars, you know. And I guess I'm to a point now where it's like, just learn how to ride. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit more safe. Yeah, a little bit more exposed, but you know, I guess when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. I don't want to say that because I don't plan on going on a bike. I plan on living a long life. But anyway, with that being said, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I want to learn how to skydive. I've been scuba diving. When I went scuba diving, I could have been like, oh, what if I drown? What if I run out of air? So it's kind of like, just go do it, you know? So for all you guys out there who are trying to maybe step up to the next level and try something that might be a little dangerous, but it's something that people do, like riding bikes, motorcycles, you know, skydiving, scuba diving, bungee jumping, whatever it is, snowboarding, jumping off a cliff, you know, whatever it is, you know, going for a cliff dive. To me, there's reasonable or acceptable levels of danger. Reasonable, acceptable levels of danger. And as long as it's reasonable, acceptable, then it's not really a bad thing. It's more of an adventure. So riding on a motorcycle is a reasonable, acceptable danger. Because yes, it is dangerous, but it's reasonably acceptable, because if you handle it with respect, care, and you do the right things and you're not hot dogging, you're going to be okay. Now, the only other thing is you have to watch for other people. But it's the same thing when driving a car. But the idea in my head is, like I said, that event in high school where a guy died, and then you hear in the news, or, you know, I have a lot of friends that are motorcycle riders, like 5, 6, plus their friends that I meet on occasion. So my network of knowing people who ride motorcycles goes into the 10s, if not 20s, from people that I haven't met or people that I know of and hear of. And I just hear, you know, people wrecking occasionally, which they walk away from pretty much most of the time, no problem. And then you hear those randoms, oh, so-and-so died. So this guy who rides this bike just told me that his friend had his head cut off, you know, because he hit the medium, and his head, I guess the way his body slammed into the medium, his head got cut off, just clean off. You could see the spine, not to gross you guys out. So when you hear stories like that, or when I hear stories like that, I'm thinking, do I really want to ride? I have a Mustang, I have a 2-door, and eventually I want to have, you know, I want to get to that, you know, Ferrari, Lamborghini lifestyle one of these days when I make more money. And I'm like, I love going fast. And if you're watching this video, or if you're into sport bikes and fast cars, I love going fast, and you probably do too. And my thing is, I have a trust issue with myself. Yeah, I respect my life, but it's like, I love going fast. And of course I'm going to be smart and reasonable about my speed, but at the same time, on this thing, me going 80 or 100 miles an hour is like I would in my car every now and then. It's kind of like you have a bike to go fast. Now in my car, because of tickets and cops, I don't go fast all the time. I go fast sometimes, you know? So it's not as often as I'm going fast. So if I'm riding a beautiful bike like that, it's kind of like, I'll probably go fast all the time. So now I have to be more disciplined about respecting my my driving habits and not going crazy. And there you go, my alarm going off again. I was supposed to wake up and to this alarm, and it wants to freaking go off. 1 second, guys. Let me mess around with this crap. So anyway, yeah. So basically, I have to learn to respect. I have to learn to respect the bike and not get crazy with it or whatnot, and really, I guess you could say, be on good behavior. So that's what I have to learn, be on good behavior, and learn that I can have a nice toy like this, trust myself that I'm not gonna ride stupid and do stupid stuff, you know. And I was watching like a Speed TV or Bike Week or whatever, and they have these shows on TV on Motor World or whatever, and they say, hey, if you want to drive fast, you want to drive crazy, take it to a track. I won't even call it driving crazy, because these bikes are meant to be pushed, they're meant to go fast. But if you want to drive it racing style and push yourself, go to a track, go to a controlled environment, because they say it's not the crash that kills people, it's the stuff you hit when you crash. And when you're out on the streets, you have telephone poles, you have cars, you have obstructions and things that your body can hit. Because if you think about it, most motorcycle riders for super bikes, they freaking roll off their bikes and walk away most of the time, no problem. And they're going 200 miles an hour versus most people on the street, bikes only going 100 and some change, 120, 130, you know. But I made up my mind that I respect my life, and if I decide I get confident enough to push myself on that level, just take it to a track a couple times a week. Pay that track fee. You know, you fall off your bike, you get right back up. You might get a scrape or bruise every now and then, but granted, you're going to walk away. You're going to live again another day. And you have a controlled environment that's designed to push you. And you don't have cars and other things in your way that you have to focus on, that's going to take your mind off the driving or riding on the bike. So one, you can enjoy it more peacefully, knowing that you don't have anything in the way that you're going to hit, run into, or having to worry about some stupid cars cutting you off and being dumb. And like I said, I ride road bike, and people are disrespectful to me on a road bike most times, and I have to be super vigilant on like watching and like, oh, is anybody coming? I gotta brake before they come, and I gotta watch and make sure, anticipate what they're gonna do. So I know the concept is gonna be the same on a motorcycle, you know, because you're on a machine that's faster than anything else out there, and most people aren't paying attention, and you got to pay attention for them because you're on a bike, so you don't have that leisure of, oh, if something happens, it's just going to hit my car. No, it's going to hit me. So I have to be super careful to be careful with that. So anyway, guys, this video's been kind of long. Like I said, I'm really passionate about learning how to ride a bike, so every time I see one, I'm excited, and that's why this video's going so long, because it's just looking at this thing, I just imagine hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this. No more talking about it. Like there's this show, Carrie Ann Moss, the chick who played Charity, what the hell, what was her name? Charity or I forget, Charity, I don't know. The chick who played the badass Matrix chick. She's in a movie called, what movie she's in now? She's on some TV show. Anyway, she's on a cool TV show right now. I forget what it's called, but she was on this show called, she's playing like a regular woman type role. For you women out there, I'm not being chauvinist or anything like that. I work with this lady who calls me out on anything that I say. But anything, I'm not a chauvinist. But she's playing a regular role, not an action role, a regular everyday person role. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, so anyway, the chick with all black on, and she did that, she jumped off the bike and landed with one leg out, you know, with her helmet in her hand or with a gun in the side, and then she comes up, starts shooting everybody. Anyway, the first Matrix, badass chick. Anyway, that chick, she was talking about, there's a school called the Motion Picture Driving School. So I guess it's the driving school for Hollywood. So I want to go check that out. Plus, I saw some other stuff online, like the Richard Petty driving experience. So I'm going to check out the Motion Picture Driving Academy or school. Check that out, and check out the Richard Petty driving experience, NASCAR. I'm pretty sure they have it in every state. It might not be called Richard Petty, but it's going to be called something. So that's some of the stuff I'm looking at doing to learn how to be a better driver, to do something exciting, to do it in a controlled environment and have fun and not get hurt. Because so many guys out there getting hurt stunting in the streets. Now, if you're somebody in a parking lot with a stunt bike and you're in a controlled environment, then hey, you're probably not going to get hurt the way regular bikers get hurt being out there in public, being out there in traffic, and not being smart with their riding. I'm pretty sure there's some people who just, I mean, every guy probably drops his bike a few times in his life and gets a scrape or a bruise, but I'm sure there's plenty of people who ride their bikes their whole life and never get hurt at all. And there's lots of people in Hollywood that I didn't know ride, like obviously Tom Cruise. I saw Patti LaBelle on her crib show MTV. She was riding a motorcycle. When I saw that, I'm like, this chick's in her 50s, or late 50s at the time, early 60s, and she's probably almost 70 now. She rides motorcycle. And there's lots of other people, I think Queen Latifah and you know, and not that it's a shock because they're women or whatnot, but it's like, it's just some people you just don't know that they do something, and then you find out that they do it, and it's really cool. Especially a woman that's in her 60s riding a motorcycle. When I saw her pull up on her bike in her full-on gear, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to ride a bike. If a woman in her 50s or 60s could do it, I could do it too. And I see tons of women on the street doing it. And I guess in closing, what I guess I'm trying to say is, whatever it is you want to do, just get over the fear of doing it and just do it. So I'm professing and declaring to the world, to the universe, that hey, I'm gonna get a bike, I'm gonna learn how to ride, and I'm gonna have fun. I'm just gonna be responsible. If I want to push myself, go to the track. And I will be taking that Richard Petty driving experience, and also taking the motion picture driving school. So check that out if you're like me and you want to learn more about driving schools. And also there's a Lamborghini driving school that they do in Europe. And you don't have to be a Lamborghini owner or be a millionaire. You just got to pay for the class, and you can spend like a week or a few days learning how to drive Lamborghinis, like in like a track and also like track environment, like not just straightaways. I'm talking about like loop tracks and like really doing some crazy aggressive stuff. So check that out, the Lamborghini driving school in Europe. Alright guys, enough of the video. Take care, have a great day. Remember, live your dreams, go for everything that it is you want to go for, because at the end of the day, we're the only ones responsible for our future. You don't want to look back 6 months, a year from now, or decades and go, I wish I coulda, shoulda. You don't want to be a wish I coulda, shoulda. That 2 Chainz song, check it out. Wish I coulda, shoulda ninja, because I don't like dropping the N-word, even though I'm a black dude. Try to chill with that. So anyway, don't be a wish I coulda, shoulda ninja. Alright, see y'all later. Here's the bike one more time. Wow, this video, I did not mean to go this long. See y'all later.